Football is my dream.
For Spencer James,
I want you to come play for me.
Beverly Hills, huh?
Yes, sir.
the whole game is about to change.
I don't belong here.
This is your way out.
From executive producer Greg Berlanti comes the new show inspired by the incredible true story.
I'm asking you to play for something bigger now.
Because when you do, you'll be unstoppable.
Run for your life. All-American. Series premiere right after the season premiere of Riverdale. Tonight on the CW.
It all starts at 8 p.m. Riverdale, followed by All-American, only on Pix 11, the CW.
Blog Talk Radio.
Unmarket Your Business, the podcast. Born out of the need to share strategies and techniques that really work to market your business. Think yellow page ads and cold calls are your only choices? That's so last century. You're about to learn tested, tried and true marketing techniques you can apply and master. Ones that feel authentic instead of salesy. Strategies that are true to who you are and how you want to present yourself to your ideal clients. Let's join our host, Carol Joyce Dunlop, in the studio now and allow business success to move forward. Hey, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming in to my Unmarketing Nation, the Unmarket Your Business podcast. I am your hostess with the mostest, Carol J. Dunlop, the online wild strategist, and Amazon #1 international bestseller for my book, Unmarket Your Business. So I hope you're having an awesome, hot day. I know it's hot everywhere. Gosh, we're having another heat wave. I think this seems like the third one of this year. But it's all good. We have to be, okay with where we are and content in everything that's going on and deal and #move forward. That is my motto. Move forward, because we can't do anything about the past, the present we're in. So we just got to keep going. So I'm glad you're here. I have a very special guest who I'm going to bring on in just a little bit. This is actually not the first time I've interviewed her. She was on another podcast with me that I did, the Write Books That Sell Now podcast. I think it was last year. So she's good. I'm bringing her back on another podcast because it's always time to talk about money. It's always time to talk about finances, to talk about your bottom line. Because we all need money in one way or another in our business, in our personal life, even if we're just a do-gooder, even if we just say, I don't care, I just want to help the world. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can't help the world without money. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. You need materials, you need people, you need products, you need services, you need all kind of stuff. And even if you your way to success, there is some money involved. And Pat is going to come on, Patricia Stallworth is going to come on and tell us about how to keep track of all this stuff, how this works. And she's got a new book coming out, so I just can't wait to get into that. But before we do, I want to remind you to meet me in the Poconos in September for the Lift Conference 2018. This is the premier conference for faith-based women in business and ministry, providing the tools and strategies to take their businesses to the next level. What can you expect? Praise and worship to begin each day, confirming our foundation in God. Speakers who are dominating in the field of expertise, ready to pour you. And 2 days of power-packed information you can implement in your business and ministry right away. Plus our Platinum VIP Day like no other. And you can get all this information, plus get your ticket. I want to implore you to get a VIP Day ticket because, oh, my God, so much going on. And you're going to learn so much, including how to get your business started, how to get it going, how to do stuff on Amazon, just all kind of crazy stuff. But go to www.liftcon2018.com. That's www.liftcon2018.com. Don't go there now. We got some great information for you. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring on Patricia Stallworth. Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm enjoying the heat with you. So
yeah, I know, and that's the key, right? You got to make do. You got to enjoy or just hashtag move forward with things, because it's nothing we can do about Mother Nature, stop her or anything. She's going to do what she wants to do.
Absolutely. And, we need to be so thankful for every day. So I'll take them all. And I appreciate today very much. The sun is shining. I appreciate that.
Amen to that. I appreciate every day, because every day above dirt is a great day for me.
That's right.
We should all look at it that way, right?
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get into what you're here for, and that's to tell us about our finance. And the title, I love it. I know I want to give credit where credit is due. Patricia came up with this. Forget Bliss. What you don't know about profits is hurting you. I thought that was awesome and amazing, because we're always talking about profits. We don't have enough, how to get more, and, it goes on and on. But, Patricia, what do you mean when you say what you don't know about profits is hurting you?
Well, I don't know if you've really listened to a lot of the statistics, but it seems like the statistics for, businesses, 80 to 95% of them fail. So that's the first thing. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, beyond those businesses that hang on, nearly 2/3 of them either lose money or just barely break even every year. So that's no way to do that. And part of the reason that I have found this to be so true is because a lot of people really just don't understand what profits are. They don't understand the definition of a profit. We think we know. But for example, I had a client who said to me, I want my salary to be $75,000 this year, and if I make $100,000, and my expenses for the business are really low, they're about $25,000 for the year. So if I make $100,000, I will have made a profit. And I said to her, no, you wouldn't have made a profit because your salary is an expense of the business. So when you add your salary to the expenses of the business, the other expenses, that's $100,000. So you have to make more than $100,000 to have a profit. So her thought was that her salary was actually a profit. But you think about it, a business is an investment. And every time you invest in something, you expect to make a return, right? So if you were investing in anything, you'd expect to get your money back and some more. And a lot of times we confuse the fact with being in business with that as being our investment return, but it's your pay. If you didn't have a business, you'd have to have a regular job, and you would expect to get paid at that job. So it's still, I think there's a confusion there that a lot of people have in terms of just what is a profit and what isn't a profit. So if I'm making just enough money to pay myself a salary and to pay my bills, then I'm breaking even. Or in some cases, I'm losing money because I'm not paying myself very much, And so, so that's all part of understanding. That's the first place where I see so many people go wrong. It's just not having that profit as part of their income that they're talking about through their business. The other place where I see people going wrong is that they just don't plan for it. And profits are, money. If you don't make a plan for your money, it just disappears. And so if you don't plan for a profit, you're not going to make one. So it's the combination of those two things that I see that really is about profits that's hurting people so badly.
You are so right. I'm so glad that you brought that up about the expenses and what expenses are, what profits are, because I think we're all a little confused because we go into business so that we can do our own thing, make our own money, not have to wait for a paycheck and all that, but then confused. We think, okay, my bills are $50. If I bring in $100, it'll be okay, but that's not the truth. We need so much more than that. And I want to back up just a little bit. So first I have a disclaimer. I'm having some things go on at my house with my fire extinguisher. So I just want to let everyone know, my fire systems. I just want to let everyone know that if you hear this beep, I'm going to just try to cover it up really quick because it's really been irritating, and I just have to apologize for that. And then the other thing is, Patricia, would you please tell us a little bit about your background, because I inadvertently skipped that whole thing, because we can see that you know what you're talking about, but give us a little bit about your background.
Okay. I am a business and money coach, and what I do primarily is help business owners create profitable, sustainable businesses, as well as secure financial futures. I have a degree in business, and I'm also a certified financial planner. So I have those two that I sort of mix together as I work with my clients. Right now I have a combination of a coaching, consulting, and accounting firm. And before I started my business, I worked with some businesses. I worked with a Big Five accounting firm and American Express Financial Advisors and a small business development center. So, I've had experience in both business and finance, which is why I'm bringing these two together. And the name of the book itself that's coming out is The Profit Handbook, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Grow Business and Personal Wealth. So that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you for that. I'm sorry I didn't say that in the beginning. As you can see, the stuff is like rattling me. But I wanted to ask you about your book. Is it for personal finance or business finance, or is it for both?
It's actually for both, because here's the thing that I realized. I've actually seen successful business owners who are not financially successful.
Mm-hmm.
And you get what I'm saying to you? It's that the business is doing well, but they're not doing well. And, in our business, we hear all the time about these six-figure businesses, and I've had an opportunity to look at some of those six-figure businesses, which, they bring in six figures, but that's not where they end up at by the stretch of anybody's imagination. So it's understanding that having a business is not a personal financial plan, which means that you not only have to take care of the business, you got to take care of your own personal stuff too.
Right, exactly. I'm glad you said that, because I know, especially in our coaching world, the thing that you strive for is to be a six-figure coach or maybe a seven-figure coach. But then if you look closely at it, and I'm not saying this to down anybody, but I know people who have been six- and seven-figure coaches, but they're not bringing in six and seven figures into their life. I mean, they're still scrimping for a penny, and it's one thing when you're frugal, you don't want to spend a lot of money, so you don't spend a lot of money. But there's another thing when your business is bringing in a lot of money, but you can't put your hands on any of it, or you can't do anything, or you're like barely getting by. So I'm glad you have this information out here to help people, because everything that glitters is not always gold.
Absolutely. And it's like it's a lot of times what I've seen business owners do is they kind of fool themselves into believing that if I just grow the business, if I just get that one more client, then everything is going to take care of itself. But it doesn't. Mm-hmm. You have to really make a concerted effort to take care of your personal finances at the same time that you're growing the business. A lot of times we forget that business owners are just like regular people. They have goals and they have dreams and they have things they want to accomplish. And you can't put your life on hold thinking that, this business is going to take care of it all, because, as I said in the beginning, almost 95% of businesses fail. So you got to take care of your own personal stuff just in case, or even in addition to, either way it goes, you need to take care of your personal finances.
That is so true. I think that's one thing that we just don't look at. We think when we start a business and get a business rolling and see some checks or credit card slips or whatever come in, that we're good. But then we look around and the money's gone, and we're like, what happened? What's going on? What's one of the biggest mistakes that you've seen that a business owner makes when it comes to divvying up or even looking for their personal life? What is a big mistake they make out there?
Well, I think that probably the biggest mistake is not taking the time to automate so much of what they do related to money. In the book, I have a chart that shows how this one business owner, how money comes in, and how it automatically goes into these different accounts for taxes, because as business owners, we have to pay our own taxes, into a retirement fund, because as business owners, we don't have retirement funds like employees do. And so all the things that we need to do, you can set this up so all of this happens automatically. And then once you get that going, then these things go along the way, and eventually you look at them and go, oh my gosh, I actually have a retirement plan. I actually have money to pay my taxes when the tax bill comes in. And you have all of these things, but so many people forget to do that. And then when it's tax time, they're scrambling, trying to find the dollars to pay, those quarterly taxes. Business owners, for the most part, we have to pay taxes on a quarterly basis. So if you're not setting aside that money, then you're scrambling on the date that they're due.
That is so true. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And Patricia is going to finish telling us about managing the business side of our business. And we're going to get into what is a GPS profit map back in just a sec. I want you to know that today's podcast was sponsored by the Closing Academy. Now that you've marketed your business, it is now time to close the sale. Closing Academy teaches entrepreneurs how to ask for the sale. We believe that sales is a teachable skill. That the top 10 selling secrets for people that hate to sell at www.theclosingacademy.com. And real quickly, I want to remind you to meet me in the Poconos in September for the Lift Conference 2018. This is the premier conference for faith-based women in business and ministry, providing the tools and strategies to take their businesses to the next level. You can expect praise and worship to begin each day, confirming our foundation in God. Speakers who are dominating in their field of expertise, ready to pour into you, and 2 days of power-packed information you can implement in your business and ministry right away, plus the Platinum VIP Day like no other. So go there, get your ticket, and meet me there in the Poconos in September at www.liftcon2018.com. Okay, Patricia, now we're back. Now, tell us about this managing the business side of your business. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I think that sometimes we get caught up into thinking that whatever we do, that's the business. So if I'm a coach, as long as I am coaching people, then that's my business, and I'm taking care of everything. But there's a whole other side to your business. There's the obvious things like record keeping and bookkeeping, but there's also important information that you need to do in terms of planning for your business. I remember talking to a business owner, and I said, what's your plan for the business? Where is it going? What are you working on? And she just looked at me like a deer caught in the headlights. It's like, plan? Why do I need a plan? It's like
right.
I'm doing okay.
I'm coaching.
Why do I need
to plan that? Yeah.
I mean, it's like I'm doing good. What do I need a plan? And so the whole thing is that when you go on vacation, what do you do? But what's the first thing you think of? It's like, okay, where am I going? How am I going to get there? How am I going to pay for it? Where am I going to stay? You right. Ask yourself all these questions. You plan that vacation out to the nth degree. But when it comes to a business, which is a lot more important than a vacation, then you kind of slack off on that. And it's like, I don't think you're getting it. I don't think you understand that a business needs a plan. You can't just, and I'm not talking about one of those book things, that people make that are 50 pages long. I'm not talking about that, but I just mean a general plan. What's your vision? What's your exit strategy? How are you going to get out of this business? What is your mission? What are the different kinds of things that you're planning next year? Because here's the thing that I have found about when you take the time to plan, you have a much better chance of actually achieving the goals that you want to accomplish than when you just sort of let things happen, organically. And you really do, you need to do some type of planning. It doesn't have to be deep, but it needs to be some type of planning. So that's what I mean by managing the business side. It's taking care of all the little nuts and bolts on the back office to keep everything running smoothly. And so planning is a part of that, as well as bookkeeping and record keeping, and all of those kinds of little things that you need to do to make sure that you're okay. Putting your business structure together, what kind of structure are you? Are there things that you need to do for your structure to keep it, to keep yourself legal? All those little kind of things that nobody wants to think about.
I know, especially me. I don't want to think about that stuff, but I found that I have to. You and I were talking before about the launch of my book. I mean, it already came out. I launched it, but I haven't had the official, launch day thing. I've been planning that, and life has gotten in the way. So I said, hey, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to let God move in the way that it needs to, because, I think we get so tied up in all the things that go on with our business, record keeping and marketing and, like you said, the money part and all of that, that we have to be glad that you brought it up. Okay, the next thing I want to know about, what is about that?
The GPS profit map. The GPS profit map is really sort of a one-page business plan that I put together, and on the GPS business map, you have things on there related to the business, and you have things on there related to your personal side. So the whole idea is that you take this one piece of paper, and you can put it in front of you on a bulletin board or wherever, and you have the opportunity to have answers to all of your basic business stuff, all of your personal stuff at the same time. So you always know what's going on. And it's a plan that you update every month because you set goals. So my business goal, my sales goal for this month might be $5,000. And so then I can look at this and see that this is where I'm headed. But at the same time, you know how we have we have this thing, I call it creep, scope creep, where our business is doing XYZ and somebody calls and they want something else. And we're saying, okay, I can do that, kind of thing. What this does is it keeps you on track. That's not your business. Maybe you can help them by referring them to someone else, or maybe there's some other way that you can help them, but that's not your business. So you need to really stay in your lane in terms of what it is you do. So this helps you stay in your lane. It helps you see what your goals are at a glance, so you know where you're at and what you need to do this month to achieve those goals. And then it keeps you on track in terms of what's coming up, like when is the next tax bill due? When is this going to happen? Do I have a plan B in case, something goes wrong? Is my insurance up to date? All those different kinds of things. And you put this all on that one page, and you can just glance at it, and you go, oh, as you're talking on the phone, oh, no, that's not what I do. You're able to look at that right away. Or you're able to see it's the 15th of the month, and I said I was going to earn $5,000 this month, and I've only did a $1,000. Okay, I've got some work to do. So it's just a way to keep you on track, and so that's why I call it the GPS profit map. Make sure it takes you to your business and your personal prosperity.
I love that. I love that there's one thing that you can look at to see very quickly if you're on track, if you're doing the right stuff. Because how easy is it to get off track, or how easy is it to my thing is getting on the phone. If I get on the phone with a client or a prospective client, I'm like, whatever time I'm giving you, that's the time I'm giving you. But after that, because I could just talk forever and ever and ever and ever, I'm eating into the time that I need to do something else. So my husband, I'm always looking for him. He's holding the fingers up, or he's making noise in the background, like, okay, cut it off. So he's kind of like my GPS in real life. And at first, it used to bug the crap out of me, but I see how it actually works. So I'm really looking forward to getting a hold of my own GPS profit map, so I can, and my husband will be so happy that I'm doing that, so that I can keep on track. Patricia, you have been a wealth of knowledge and information, and really sparking not only my mind, but I hope the listeners out there too. Tell us how we can get a hold of you, get more of you, and also this book.
Okay. Well, if you go to my website at psworth.com, psworth.com, you'll see a green banner at the top, and the green banner says launch. It says launch party coming, and so we're getting ready to launch the book.
Oh, cool.
And the book launches, as I said, on September the 9th, and it's going to be 99 cents on September the 9th, so anybody who wants to come and do that. But if you want to, you can join our launch party. If you're here in the Atlanta area, we're actually going to have a live launch party on the 12th of September. So we're inviting people to come over and have cake and all that kind of good stuff with us. But you can get more by just going to that website, psworth.com, and you can learn more about the services and things that I offer as well when you go there.
Awesome. I'm going to have to look into that. And I love cake, and I love keeping my business on track. But that's going to be really, really good. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. As we get ready to part, do you have any parting words of encouragement, financial or otherwise, for people? They can be looking at their business as a profit machine instead.
No, you cut off on me. You were saying the machine. I said machine was the last thing I heard.
I was like,
okay.
Oh, okay. Do you have any words of encouragement who want to really make their business a profit machine instead of just something that they're doing that sucks all their time and effort out?
Okay. Well, the first thing I guess the first thing I would say is that understand that your business is really an investment, and so you need to treat it that way, and you need to make sure that you are understanding and taking care of it like you would take care of any kind of investment. But the words that I always like to sort of leave people with is that, if you don't mind your money, someone else will, and then they will control your future. Take your time, manage your money, because at the end of the day, that's the thing that's going to allow you to do all the things that you want to do in your life.
I love that. That was so perfect. If you don't mind your money, someone else will. I love that. Thank you so much, Patricia Stallworth, for coming on and sharing these great money nuggets. I'm looking forward to hopefully being there at your actual book launch, getting some sharing in that success. So congratulations on your book. That's going to be awesome. And everyone, go to PSWorth. It's psworth.com, right?
Yes. Yes, psworth.com.
Yes, go to psworth.com. Yeah, join the launch party. Get the book when it comes out. It's only 99 cents. I mean, who can't spare 99 cents? Get that book because you'll get a wealth of information. So thank you so much, Patricia. I really appreciate you taking the time out. Okay,
all
everyone,
right,
I want to
talk
remind
to
you that today's podcast. Yes, definitely. We'll be seeing each other anyway because Patricia and I always see each other. I wanted to remind everyone that today's podcast was sponsored by the Closing Academy. Now that you have marketed your business, it is now close a sale. The Closing Academy teaches entrepreneurs how to for the sale. We believe that sales is. Download your free e-guide, Top 10 Selling Secrets for People Who Hate to Sell at www.theclosingacademy.com. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Thank you for bearing with me today with my little fire testing thing. And know that, as I said, every day above dirt is a great day. So everyone have a great day, and we'll see you again. Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate it. For information about guests, products, or services that were mentioned in this episode, log on to our website at www.csicorporation.com/unmarketing. To learn more, get a glimpse of our upcoming schedule, and join the unmarketing nation of entrepreneurs who are using marketing techniques that work right now. Until next time, keep moving forward.
Yo, can I park here?
Let me see. Smith Street, sign says 15 minutes between Friday. Yeah, it's probably fine.
Good. I'm just going to the AT&T store. There's a deal that's New York only. I'll run in and run out.
You didn't take the F?
Yo, you gonna park here?
Yeah, he's going to the AT&T store. They got a deal just for New York.
You didn't take the F?
Hey, New York, come into an AT&T store and find out how to get a smartphone for free. AT&T, more for your bargain hunter thing. That's our thing. Limited New York offer. See store for details.